Hello everyone and welcome back to this system series of Star Trek Online. My name is Winters and you are very welcome. So for this episode we are going to discuss upgrading and re-engineering. So we'll start off with upgrading first, and let's bring up our character sheet. We're going to upgrade space gear. Now, in order to upgrade an item, you need what is known as a tech upgrade. And I'm actually going to open up the duty officer window here first. And you can see we're on the R&D tab. And if we pick any of the schools, it doesn't matter what school, and we scroll down all the way to the bottom, we can see here we have basic tech upgrade beam technology, improved tech upgrade beam technology, and superior tech upgrade beam technology. If we look at another one of the schools, we can see we have pretty much the same thing, but this time it's cannon technology. If we go to engineering, it is engineering technology, and so on and so forth for each of the different schools. So as you would expect, beam technology is for upgrading beam weapons, cannons is for cannons, and so on and so forth. The next thing I'm going to do is actually open up my R&D inventory here, and we can see I have a number of tech upgrades already crafted. And what I want to talk about are these ones here. Actually, I'll bring some of them down here. So these are basic tech upgrades. You can tell by the sort of greeny color in them. And these are improved tech upgrades. You can tell by the blue color in them. Basically rare tech upgrades. Improved tech upgrades you want to stay a million light years away from. Basic tech upgrades you want to stay 200 million light years away from them. And here's the reason why. Superior tech upgrades are the most cost-effective tech upgrades to use for upgrading. And I've actually done up a little bit of a chart here, well, kind of like a chart. So a basic tech upgrade gives what is known as tech points or technology points, and a basic tech upgrade gives 2,000 technology points. To use a basic tech upgrade, that costs 700 dilithium for each one. Now, to reach a total of 12,800 tech points, okay, and you'll see why we're picking 12,800. Basically, you'll see in a minute why we're using that number. It's not just a number picked out of the sky, but there's a very good reason for it. So to reach a total of 12,800 tech points, you need to use 6.4 basic tech upgrades at a cost of 4,480 dilithium. Improved tech upgrades give you 5,000 technology points, and it costs 950 dilithium for each one of those that you use. Again, to reach 12,800 technology points, this time it requires you to use 2.56 improved tech upgrades at a cost of 2,432 dilithium. Now we get to superior tech upgrades. A single superior tech upgrade gives 12,800 technology points, and it costs 1,075 dilithium to use each one of those. So obviously to get 12,800 technology points, it only requires one tech upgrade, and it only requires 1,700 or 1,075 dilithium. So using basic tech upgrades, doesn't matter what school it's for, can be for beams, can be for cannons, can be for projectiles, can be for science, can be for shields, anything. Basic tech upgrades are over 4 times more expensive to use compared to a single superior tech upgrade. Okay? To use improved tech upgrades, it's more than twice the cost of using a single superior tech upgrade. So I wasn't kidding when I say for you to stay away a million light years away from improved tech upgrades and stay 200 million light years away from basic tech upgrades. Only ever use superior tech upgrades or better. Alright? Your base standard, the absolute lowest quality one that you can use, is a superior tech upgrade. There are other types of tech upgrades. There are Phoenix tech upgrades. There are experimental tech upgrades, which we'll actually talk about in a little while. There are Omega tech upgrades. They're all fine. But basic and improved, never use them. They look cheaper to use over the short term, but they're actually not. Like I said, basic tech upgrades are over 4 times more expensive to use, and improved tech upgrades are more than double the cost of using a single superior tech upgrade. And to show you how much I believe that these tech upgrades should not be used, and you can see I have a number of them here. Okay, just to try and reinforce this, I am actually going to discard every single one of these basic and improved tech upgrades that I have. And by the way, just so that you know, I didn't craft these basic and superior tech upgrades. These are basic and superior tech upgrades that I picked up while doing PvE queues, sometimes mission loot, stuff like that. So I didn't actually craft these at all. I just picked these up through normal gameplay, and as you can see, I'm discarding them, and I strongly recommend that you do the same thing as well. They are not, it's not that they're not worth it, they're just such a huge, or a lack of return on investment. They are just so expensive, really. I suppose that's it. They're just so expensive to use, and a lot of players get fooled into thinking that they should actually use basic and improved tech upgrades, and that's why I went to this trouble to actually do this out and crunch the numbers and show you, the reasons why you shouldn't be using them, and you should only be using superior tech upgrades at the very least. Right. So each school has a superior tech upgrade in it. Like I said, beam technology is for upgrading beam weapons, cannons for cannons, engineering for engineering consoles, impulse engines, things like that, and it continues on in that vein. They're not that hard to make. They need a little bit of EC, they need a couple of rare components, and they also require a very rare crafting material. In this case, for beam technology, it's radiogenic particles. You get very rare crafting materials by doing advanced or elite PvE queues, and depending on the queue, it will determine what type of very rare material you get. So, for example, radiogenic particles, you can get them from Crystalline Catastrophe Advanced. That's just one of the many places that you can get them. Cannons, the cannon school needs Kralon gas, and if I remember right, what's it called? Draenor something or other. Where are we? Defend. Oh yeah, defend. Whatever it's called, station. Yeah, Kralon gas. It gives Kralon gas. You can see it right there, actually. Defend Rhino station is what I call that sometimes, even though it's not right. But anyway, right. So that's how you get tech upgrades, and the ones that you definitely should not be using. Right. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to do some actual upgrading. So I am going to start off by, we'll actually go with this stuff here. We'll pull it all down. You will have to remove your gear as well from your vessel and your character in order to upgrade it. So in order to upgrade, you simply right click on the item and you go to upgrade item. Simple as that. It will open up the upgrade window. Or if you like, you can just simply go down here to the bottom of your inventory and click on upgrade, and it will open up the upgrade window. And from there then you can click, hold and drag the item into the box. And what do you know, this actually already has enough technology points to upgrade. Right, that's not helping me. Right, okay, so that's upgraded. We'll pick this item. Okay, so we can see the item is currently Mark 14. The result that we're going for, or the next step, is going to be Mark 15. The only reason why this stuff is already epic quality is because I upgraded this stuff a couple of years ago, and the game just recently had a new expansion that increased the maximum level that gear can go to from Mark 14 up to Mark 15. So that's why this stuff is all Mark 14. Okay, so we have our item selected here for upgrade. So the next thing we want to do is we want to click on tech upgrades, and we can see a list of available tech upgrades that can be used on this item pop up here. So we are going to go for superior beam weapons tech upgrade, and we simply click on that, and that's that part of it. Now you can see here technology points. This number represents the required amount of technology points that is needed in order to upgrade the item to this particular level, in this case Mark 15. So we need 160,000 technology points. This number represents how much technology points have been applied to this item. Okay, so if I remove this, we can see we already have 4,020. Okay, I go and I push in my superior tech upgrade, which is going to give me 12,800 on top of the 4,000. So that'll be what, 16,820. 16,820. Okay. Next we have accelerators. Accelerators, there's different variety of accelerators. You have some that can improve the quality improvement chance, and you have some that give you extra technology points. We're going to pick this one. So we can see now we're actually getting 23,220 out of this, and when we remove it, it goes back down to the 16, because we're getting a 1.5 times boost to every tech upgrade that we apply. Okay, so what we do now is we apply the tech upgrade onto the item, and each time we hit this button, it is going to use one superior tech upgrade, and it will keep on adding the points on here until we reach or exceed 160,000 technology points. So, and by the way, each one of these is going to cost 1,075 dilithium. So you'll see what happens here now as we continue to apply them. The reason why that disappeared there is because we only had 2 of them. That's the reason why. Okay, so we're currently at 50%. This one's going to bring us up to 58. This one's going to bring us up to 66, 74, 86, 94, and 100. Right, we have applied the necessary technology points, and the item is now ready to upgrade. There is going to be in excess of 4,020 technology points, which is going to overflow and carry over to the next level. But since there is no next level currently at the time of this recording, it's just going to be banked there for the next time that there is a level cap increase done for the game. So we upgrade the item. Ta-da! It is now Mark 15. So we claim the item, and we can see it goes here. Pretty simple. So we do that again. We bring over a new item, we pick up our tech upgrades, and we start applying tech upgrades to it. we go. Another one upgraded. Crap, I keep on putting it in the wrong slot. Okay. Actually, do you know what I should be doing? I just realized. I want to craft a couple of extra superior tech upgrades. Because, do you know what? I will use them. And while this video is recording... dang it. Alright, never mind. May as well get this thing to work for us while we are recording, just in case we need a few more. We probably are going to need a few more, to tell the truth. Okay, so that's working. Next, keep on applying tech upgrades. See, this time we have over 11,000, which is going to be carried over. Claim, and now we move on to this one. Now, something that I want to point out is that, and you've probably heard me say this before, but reputation gear is twice as expensive to upgrade compared to, let's say, a fleet gear. So this item here is actually a reputation weapon. And we can see it is... Oh, well, it's already Mark 15. Right, let's see, what does this say? Right, so, take note of that number there. 240,000, alright, to upgrade that beam array, the epic one, Mark 15, to Mark 16 if it were available in-game. The Mark 15 very rare, it is very rare, isn't it? It is. Reputation weapon takes 230,400 technology points, and that's only very rare. You have to go ultra rare and then epic on top of it. So if this item was epic, it would be over 400,000 technology points to upgrade it. Alright? Reputation weapons are twice as expensive compared to fleet stuff. So, to be perfectly honest, I always go with fleet weapons. Now, there are exceptions, like I'm clearly using a reputation weapon, but there's a reason for that, because I'm getting bonuses for using 2 pieces of a set, and it's only one weapon. So it's not the full loadout. So that's kind of important to keep in mind as well. Let's set up a couple of these superior tech upgrades now. Yep, superior beam weapon and superior beam weapon. Okay. Right, I'm going to keep that there for the time being, and I'm just checking things off on my list. Right, the next thing that I want to point out or talk about is when should you do your upgrading? Well, clearly you should do it when you have your in-game build. Once you've got, you know, like your final tactical consoles from the fleet, and I guarantee you've probably heard me say this before, you want your tactical consoles to come from the fleet. Plain and simple. If you don't, you're losing out. They're expensive, but they make such a difference to a build, and I guarantee you want them to come from the fleet. So yeah, obviously you need to have your final build on your ship. But the best time to do upgrading is when there is an item upgrade weekend. So I'm going to open up the mission journal here, and I'm going to click on calendar. And this will show the current events that are going on, or when they are going to become active in game. So, for example, this is the next event that's coming up. It's a bonus XP weekend, starting on Thursday the 16th and running until Monday the 20th. I'm going to say you probably have noticed in the past that sometimes they have an event called an item upgrade weekend. Basically, what that means is that throughout that whole weekend, all tech upgrades give double technology points. So, if we look at, we'll say these superior kits. Well, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. All superior tech upgrades always give 12,800. So instead of giving 12,800, they would actually give 25,500. Would that be right? 25,300. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, over 25,000 technology points is what they would actually give. So that cuts down the amount of dilithium you are going to use by 50%. It's huge, absolutely huge. So my advice is to wait for an item upgrade weekend before you do any upgrading. To upgrade a full space build, you're looking at anywhere from 2 to 400,000 dilithium, roughly. Say 300,000. You know, just go in the middle. Yeah, it's a lot of dilithium. It's an awful lot of dilithium. So, you know, your best option is clearly to do it over an item upgrade weekend. Right, we are going to upgrade some of these consoles now. So I'm going to upgrade. Oh yes, all right. These are tactical consoles. So they will take any energy-based tech upgrade, meaning they will take beam tech upgrades or cannon upgrades. If the item falls into, you know, the category of one or more types of tech upgrades, then you can, you know, use them for that. So there's some cannon upgrades that I can use on these. And 99%. Wow, that's such a bummer. Alright, now it's ready to upgrade. Ta-da, Mark 15. Lovely. Right. We've talked about upgrade weekends. I showed you the numbers. Talked about tech upgrades and how you get them, the different types. Showed you actual upgrading. Omega tech upgrades. Once every year, usually at the end of January, beginning of February, there is what is known as the anniversary. It is the anniversary of Star Trek Online. And during that event, you can farm what are called traces in different locations. So, for example, Sol system, Deep Space Case 7 space, Deep Space 9 space, Bajor Earth Space Dock, Starfleet Academy, Kronos, Klingon Academy, all these different places. And there are various types of traces that you can farm there: blue, red, and yellow. And these traces that you farm can be turned into slivers. So it takes one red, one blue, one yellow sliver, or trace, and they turn in, those three traces turn into one sliver. It then takes 3 slivers to go into one shard, 3 shards to go into one fragment, and 3 fragments to go into what is known as an Omega tech upgrade. Omega tech upgrades are the holy grail, the meta, whatever way you want to put it. They give, I want to say, God, I can't even remember. Damn it, do I have any here? I don't. So yeah, they give, I want to say 25,000 technology points. It's damn close to that anyway, about 25,000 technology points. In fact, slightly over it. They have a ×4 quality improvement chance. And we're actually going to talk about quality improvement now in a minute. And the big thing about them is that they do not require any dilithium to use. Okay, so you can upgrade your gear, and if you have enough Omega Tech upgrades, it won't cost you anything. Alright, that's pretty freaking sweet. No doubt, as you can put together yourself. So they're the best tech upgrades in the game. Then you have like Phoenix Tech upgrades, and I'm trying to think of other ones. I can't think of any other ones, to be honest. Omega, Phoenix Tech upgrades are usually the sort of top ones, and then obviously superiors. Right. I'm going to pick this beam array now, and I'm going to put it into, dang it, this upgrade slot. You might have noticed that there is a new bar down here. Alright, if we put one of these consoles back again, see there's no bar here. It says item has obtained maximum quality. But if we put the beam back, we have this bar that says chance of quality improvement to ultra rare on upgrade. So every time we use, and dang it, I should have kept one of those tech upgrades. Every time we use a superior tech upgrade, they have a ×1 quality improvement chance. Meaning that every time you use one of those tech upgrades, it will move this bar up by 1%. Okay? So every tech upgrade that is needed in order to fill up this number, this moves up by 1% each time. Now, every time you increase the level of an item, so this is Mark 14, it's going to Mark 15, this will reset. Okay, so every time it goes up one level in, one mark level, this number resets all the way back to 0. But once it's reached maximum level, now not quality, maximum level, excuse me, each time it reaches the technology points and an upgrade is applied, this only ever goes up. It doesn't reset anymore. So I'm going to use these tech upgrades now. These are slightly different. They are called Superior Beam Weapons Experimental Tech Upgrades. And if you look below the 12,800 technology points, it says they have a ×2 quality improvement chance. So this number should go up by 2% each time I use one of these. Or 1%. It's a ×2 quality improvement chance. So whatever a ×2 is, it's probably just fallen slightly under the 2%. So you can see now this number is going up a little bit each time I apply a tech upgrade. But watch what happens now when I hit Mark 14. Alright, I'm up to 32%. I actually hope I don't get it, but I probably will, knowing my bad luck. No, I didn't. Oh, I did. Oh man, I didn't actually want that to happen. Okay, it's in there. See this now? It has reset back to 0. Okay, so I'll do it again. I'll start applying experimental tech upgrades. See how slowly that's moving up now, because you need more. As it increases in quality and in level, the numbers get bigger. So I'm moving up less and less each time. So because it's ultra rare now, it has a chance of going to epic. Okay, upgrade the item, it stays, and see now the number is staying because it's already at max level but not at max quality. Okay, so we'll try that one more time. because this has taken a lot of tech upgrades. Oh, by the way, experimental tech upgrades cost 1,885 dilithium to use for each tech upgrade applied. Okay, so we're nearly there, and now I have a 10% chance of getting a quality improvement. No, didn't get it. Right, I'm actually not going to go any further on that. Right, so that's upgrading. We showed that. We talked about Omega tech upgrades. We talked about experimental tech upgrades. Actually, there's one other thing I want to talk about in regards to experimental tech upgrades. Right, experimental tech upgrades. Here we have our superior tech upgrade, beam technology. If we scroll up just one, you can see we have superior tech upgrade, experimental beam technology. It is just above the normal superior tech upgrade. The costs are the exact same as a normal superior, except they have a new item that is required, which is salvaged technology. Salvaged technology is an ultra rare material which is only obtained by doing elite PvE queues, ground or space, doesn't matter which. It can be either, but that is the only way to get salvaged technology. You can purchase this stuff off the exchange. The last time I checked, it was going for about 150,000 energy credits per piece of salvaged technology, in or around that, but that price can vary. It can go up, it can go down, but you can see it needs 2 salvage technology for each individual tech upgrade, and like, you know, you're talking about anywhere from 40 to 100 tech upgrades maybe, which you can clearly see that the costs go up really quickly, because you never know exactly how many you're going to need. Experimental technology should only be used once you've got the item to mark whatever the current highest level is, and the same is for Omega tech upgrades. So my advice to you is use normal superior tech upgrades to bring your item up to the current level cap, okay, which at the moment is Mark 15. The reason for that is because, remember what I said, every time it increases by 1 mark level, your chance of getting a quality improvement resets back to 0. Now once it's at the current mark or level cap, which in this case is Mark 15, then start using the experimental tech upgrades or Omega tech upgrades. Do not use Phoenix tech upgrades to try and get a quality improvement. There is no quality improvement chance on Phoenix tech upgrades. Keep that in mind as well. So yeah, use experimental tech upgrades to get your quality improvements once it's reached the current level cap, whatever that may be. Right. Next thing I am going to do, let's see, put these back in here. Nope, don't want that there. Actually, wait a minute, I want that out for a minute, and I want this one. Can I? I didn't think so. This one we can put back. And I'll sort those ones out later when there's an item upgrade weekend. Okay, that's upgrading. As you can see, it's not that difficult. You just take the stuff off your character or your ship or your bridge officers, whatever. You put it in your inventory, you right click on the item, and you click on upgrade item, and then you just select the upgrades and just apply upgrade. That's it. It's not rocket science. The next thing I want to talk about is re-engineering. So let's look at this item here. Plasma Beam Array, Mark 15, accuracy damage, crit D times 4. Accuracy damage, crit D times 4 are the modifiers on the weapon, meaning it has an accuracy buff, a damage buff, and a crit damage buff times 4, or there's 4 crit damage buffs on it. Okay? You can see most of these are the same. This one's different, and actually I'll pull that one down as well because I'll work on that one. Let's have a look at this one here. Yeah, can work on this one as well. Excellent. Right. In order to change those modifiers to something that I want, which in this case I want crit D. Yeah, they're the modifiers that I want. You need a currency that is called salvage. You can see it down here at the bottom of our asset sheet. I currently have just over 13,000. Now, how you get salvage is by right-clicking on just, you know, normal loot and crap that you pick up from missions or PvE queues or whatever, and you select salvage item. Now, not every item can be salvaged. For example, this item here is a reputation reward that I got for one of the particular reputations, just, you know, doing the daily project. So I can't actually salvage it. But anyway, yeah, we select salvage item. A pop-up window will come up saying, are you sure you want to do this? Because the last thing you want to do is to salvage something that you paid a lot for. So we just click OK. And down the bottom here we can see we got 269 salvage, we got some trunnion gas and a thoron particle. So I'm going to do that with all this junk here, okay? Now this time what I'm going to do different is I'm going to press and hold the control key, and then I'm going to select salvage, and it cuts out that step of are you sure you want to do this. It's actually a pretty cool way, or well, not cool, but a handy way of speeding up the process. And we'll just build up our salvage a little bit more by doing this, and we're already up to over 1,500. Sweet. And this works as well if you're using the discard option. You know, like, remember earlier I was discarding, or basically getting rid of, the basic and improved tech upgrades. Holding the control key will actually cut out that last step for you as well. Can't do that. Right, there we go. So we got just shy of 4,000 salvage from that. So let's take this item here. We want to change that accuracy mod to a crit D mod and give this weapon a crit D times 4. So we right click and we select re-engineer, or you can do this exactly what we done the last time, which was click down here, open the upgrade window, and then click on re-engineer, which is over here on the left hand side, and then you just click, hold, drag and drop the item. Right, so we're looking at the item here, and it shows we have crit D, crit D, crit D, accuracy. I want to get rid of that accuracy mod. I want to change it to something else, and by mousing over it we can see what our current modifier is, which is ACC, or accuracy, and our potential modifiers are accuracy, crit D, crit H, and damage. So all you do is you simply select unlock for each one of these that you wish to change, okay? And then you hit on randomize, and each time you hit randomize, it is going to cost you 800 dilithium and 400 salvage for a single roll of the dice for one modifier. If I wanted to do two modifiers, and actually, wait a second, let me have a look at this. Is there one of these that's no, dang it. Alright, so let's say this was a crit H modifier instead of crit D. I would select unlock, and instead of being 1600 dilithium as you might expect, because 800 and 800 would be 1600, is actually 1440 dilithium. But look at the salvage cost. The salvage cost is 50% extra. Alright, if I open up a third, you can see it costs basically 400 salvage every time you unlock a modifier, and the dilithium does increase, but it's in an ever decreasing value that it increases by. But in this case we only want one modifier changed. We're happy with those three, so we just simply hit randomize, and that's what it will do. It'll pick it at random. Luckily I got exactly what I wanted there, so that item is now re-engineered. Right, so now let's pick the next item, which is this bad boy. And we want to randomize this one, and let's see, I would like to... Yeah, actually, I'll randomize this one as well. I would like to get crit D damage instead of accuracy damage. So same thing again, you can see that it's double the salvage cost, because I'm picking two modifiers to change this time, and instead of 1600 lithium, it's actually 1440. So we click randomize. Almost, but not quite. Almost, but no cigar. Crit D damage, I'm happy with that, so I lock that one off. And we roll the dice again on this one. It is totally possible to end up with the same modifiers again. There is no guarantee that you can say, I definitely am going to get this modifier. It's a randomizer, but the chances are that you most likely will get it. My experience has told me roughly about half a dozen to a dozen times you will end up with your modifiers. That's from my own personal experience. I have noticed that. Okay, so I've got the modifiers I want for that item. Now I'm going to pick the next item, and I'm going to do the very same thing again. Excellent, we got the crit D on that one, so now I just want crit D damage on this one. Crit H damage, nope. We go again, and again. We're getting closer. Dang it. And I hope I don't run out of salvage. There we go, crit D damage. Alright, that's that weapon modified now as well. So you can probably see there yourself. Yeah, it's roughly half a dozen to a dozen times before you actually get the modifiers that you want. Roughly thereabouts. Actually, now that I think about it, no, I don't have enough salvage, do I? What am I down to? I'm down to 10,000. Yeah, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now. There's no major push on that. Right, that is upgrading and re-engineering. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think that there is. We've talked about the different types of tech upgrades. We've talked about experimental tech upgrades. We've talked about how crappy basic and improved are. We've shown you how to upgrade. We've shown you when to use experimentals. We told you about Phoenix and Omega tech upgrades, and how they should be used. Yeah, how they should be used. So Phoenix tech upgrades definitely for leveling items, but not for quality improvement. Omega tech upgrades can be for anything. My recommendation though is to save them for quality improvements and use either Phoenix tech upgrades for level increasing and then use your Omega tech upgrades to increase the quality, or use normal superior tech upgrades to increase the level and then use Omega tech upgrades to increase the quality. They'd be the best ways of doing it. And we talked about the costs between reputation stuff and, let's say, fleet stuff. Reputation being the most expensive gear to upgrade in game. It is twice as expensive compared to fleet stuff. Fleet stuff is actually cheaper to purchase as well. Not by much, but it is actually cheaper. It's also higher quality than what you get from the reputation stores. And we talked about and demonstrated re-engineering. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like. That would help me out enormously. If you have any questions or comments for anything to do with upgrading or re-engineering, feel free to leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. My name is Winters, and I'll see you around next time. So until then, take care.